news in the past hour out of the United States, and the American military has launched airstrikes on 2 locations in eastern Syria used by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and affiliated groups. And that was at the request of President Joe Biden. Now, the US Department of Defense have released a brief statement saying that these precision self-defense strikes are a response to a series of ongoing and mostly unsuccessful attacks against United States personnel in Iraq and Syria by Iranian-backed militia groups that began on October 17. The United States does not seek conflict and has no intention nor desire to engage in further hostilities. The statement goes on to read that these Iranian-backed attacks against US forces are unacceptable and must stop. That's a statement there from the Secretary of Defense in the United States, Lloyd J. Austin. And, of course, he only met with Anthony Albanese in the last couple of days in Washington. So a major developing story. So we'll have more on this breaking news as it
drone
develops.
attacks on U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria last week. More of an impact than we previously knew about, with the concerns raising some fears that U.S. soldiers and citizens and Americans living in the region could end up caught in the crossfire of a bigger war. Right now, these U.S. warships are gathering in the region. There's the second aircraft carrier group set to arrive really any day.
Iranian civilization shows that we have always supported peace and security. But today in New York and the United Nations, I say frankly to the American statesmen who are now managing the genocide in Palestine that we do not welcome to expansion of the war in the region. But I warn, if the genocide in Gaza continues, they will not be spared from this fire.
Meanwhile, Turkey is calling on Muslim nations to mobilize against Israel in the ongoing conflict with Palestine. Turkey's vice president wants the Islamic world to send a united and clear message to Israel. Ankara also criticized world powers for not doing enough to stop the violence. President Erdogan is a prominent critic of Israel. He described the country as a terrorist state after the storming of the Al-Aqsa Mosque on Monday. Erdogan has repeatedly slammed Israeli occupation of the West Bank and its treatment of the Palestinians. Erdogan's deputy says that Muslim countries that do not display unity are effectively party to the conflict. On Wednesday, Erdogan discussed the Israel-Palestine conflict with Russian President Vladimir Putin. He urged the international community to teach a deterrent lesson to Israel, and Turkey is also proposing to send peacekeepers to safeguard Palestinians.